Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. The Golden State Warriors just won the 2017 NBA Finals, and of course, we covered the finals extensively, game in and game out with Troy West from TroyWins.com, and Troy West basically killed it in the finals. Over the last 3 games, he went 8-3 against the spread with his picks with us, free picks, including one that was a plus 170 casher in Game 4 for LeBron James to get a triple-double. And of course, Troy West also early on in the series, before the series started, gave Kevin Durant to win MVP at plus 180. So Troy West, you pretty much nailed the NBA Finals with us. Thanks so much for all your free picks and winners in our coverage this year.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pete. We kind of owed it to the folks after a rough start to the playoffs, but I knew we would turn it on. We always do. If you date back to the SBR videos over the last several years, we've had outstanding NBA playoffs. Felt really, really good about the NBA Finals, as I know you did too. And like you said, we knocked down the series bet. We knocked down every game ATS. We knocked down some awesome props, including, like you said, Kevin Durant and James triple-double. We owed it to everybody out there, and looking forward to what's up to come with us here too, Pete.
All right. Nice job, Troy. Again, Troy's website is TroyWins.com. And the topic of this video now, aside from congratulating Troy as much as we feel like in this video, is taking a look ahead to 2018 and thinking about whether or not the Golden State Warriors might be a good bet to repeat next year. The market has opened up with the Warriors at minus 170 to win the championship in 2018. And if you want to bet the field, that's every other NBA team combined, you can get plus 140. So obviously the market very, very, very high on Golden State to repeat next year and to do it again. And we also, Troy, you and I also did a video where we took a look at some of the other teams' futures odds a couple weeks ago, I believe it was. And the only team with odds less than 12-1 at that time was Golden State. Do you think that? I'm sorry, was the Cavaliers? Do you think the Cavaliers have any chance of preventing Golden State from winning it again next year?
Well, you know, Pete, it's really interesting. I saw a statistic the other day, and I thought this was absolutely fascinating. Since we've kept track of it, and this is for every major sport, baseball, football, hockey, you name it, this is the first time ever that a team has been this favored to win and repeat in the NBA championship next year. That's Golden State, like you said, at minus 170. We've never seen a team going into a season having odds such as these. So I think that's truly fascinating. Can they be dethroned? Gosh, that remains to be unseen. A lot can happen. The Cleveland Cavaliers obviously look like they have the best chance. And what will they do in free agency? Will they add a guy like Paul George? What will they do in the draft? Will they make a trade? Will they shake some things up? A lot remains to be unseen. But after watching what just transpired in those NBA Finals, Pete, pure domination by the Golden State Warriors minus 1 game. Boy, the Cavaliers got a lot of work to do to get on the same level as the Golden State Warriors.
Right, and I guess the other big issue is what level of play can we expect from LeBron James? Of course, he's getting just about into that period of his career where we might start to see some semi-significant or even significantly significant decline in his skills and in his results. What do you expect from LeBron James coming up this next year? Do you think we'll see a noticeable decline from him? Because I think if we do, then the Cavs take a big hit down, right?
Well, you know, Pete, you know, it's interesting. This guy was in his 14th year. 14th year, let that register. And the guy averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals. It's never been done before. So will he decline? You know, he created what we like to call the rest rule. This guy picks and chooses when he wants to rest. He did that quite a bit this year, especially in some meaningless games. I think you're going to see more of that going into next year. But, boy, we did not see any sort of decline. If anything, this guy elevated his game to new heights this year. Yes, they came up short, but I think just about anybody would have came up short against the Warriors. But I don't think we're going to see a decline. I think he's going to strategically rest, get his body back into shape. The guy never really truly suffered any injuries this year. Every time he sat, it was due to rest. I don't think he's going to decline. I think he's still got a couple of really strong years. I don't want to call it his prime, but this guy's not taking a decline quite yet, Pete.
Yeah, he also takes care of himself very well. I know he does frozen therapy stuff where he just puts his body in like a frozen chamber, and supposedly that is very helpful and as far as his recovery is concerned. But so if is this bet on the Warriors to win in 2018? Is it just a bet on what the likelihood of injury is to the team? Because if is there any team where if the Warriors remain healthy, I guess if LeBron James maintains his current level of play, there's still basically no chance that the Cavs will be able to knock him off if the Warriors remain healthy. And if not the Cavs, then the third and fourth choices are like 12-1 Boston, and I think the Spurs are about 15-1. I mean, they've got Popovich and Kawhi Leonard, but still, that's probably not nearly enough to actually hold a healthy Golden State team from preventing them from winning the championship again, right?
No, I agree. It'd be interesting, like we talked about in some of our other videos, will Chris Paul pair up with this San Antonio team? And even so, Chris Paul, this guy's been hurt year in and year out. That's a guy that, to me, that's on the decline. Can he elevate a team like the Spurs to the next level? And what kind of moves are going to be made in free agency? There's a lot of good players out there. Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul, Paul George, a lot of good players that could make more super teams. But my God, Pete, right now, this Golden State team, I think one thing that's taken for granted as the year progressed, they got better. They learned how to play together. They're virtually unstoppable. I mean, when you look at Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Thompson, and Curry, when they were all on the court at the same time and they all started games, virtually unbeatable. Like you said, injuries typically, to me, the only thing that could stand in the way. And, for those reasons, I got to roll back with Golden State to do it again next year, Pete. It should have been a three-peat. This next year, I think they win 3 out of 4, no doubt.
All right, so if you had a free bet right now, you had to take Golden State to repeat at -170 or the field at +140. You'd take Golden State at 170.
I would take Golden State at 170. A lot of people call me crazy, but like we talked about, Pete, we thought about going into these NBA finals that -250 was way too low. I think Vegas is really kicking themselves at this point. And if you go into next year and this is another repeated matchup and Golden State's playing the ball that they were playing, they're going to be a hell of a lot higher than -250. And you're going to be one of those guys saying, God, I wish I would have taken them at the beginning of the year at the 170 mark. So for those reasons, I'm going to go Golden State on the 170.
All right. Troy West from TroyWins.com. Again, congratulations on your great success in the 2017 NBA Finals. I look forward to covering the NBA with you next year. For anyone who wants to know more about what you're doing right now, tell us about your website, TroyWins.com.
Hey, thanks, Pete. We're doing outstanding in baseball right now. As you know, we finished up our NBA Finals outstanding. Really gearing up. Cannot wait for football, college football, NFL. I truly, truly believe we're a one-stop shop. Come take a look, TroyWins.com. Happy to give you a free trial. No questions asked. You get myself or one of my great colleagues. It's TroyWins.com. Come take a look at what we're doing.
Okay. Sounds great, Troy. Thanks so much. Talk to you again soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.